opening hook. You're not lazy, you just don't have the right systems. Today, I'm revealing a 3-step framework that will help you overcome procrastination no matter what. Step 1. Understand the root cause. Before we can overcome procrastination, we need to understand what's actually causing it. The real reason most people procrastinate is something called experiential avoidance. You avoid things in the short term that actually cause you more harm in the long term. Something might feel uncomfortable today, so you avoid it, but this sets you up for failure tomorrow. You're not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the feelings you think that task will cause you. Ask yourself, what feelings am I trying to avoid by avoiding this thing? Often it's not one giant situation you're trying to avoid. It's usually one small piece of it, like a difficult conversation or moment of discomfort. Here's what happens when you procrastinate. You avoid pain right now, but the situation gets worse. You delay gaining the skills you need, and your brain creates more fear around the situation because it learns to see it as a threat. But when you don't procrastinate, you pay a price today. It's uncomfortable in the short term, but it gets better as you continue. You earn respect from yourself, gain confidence, and create trust with yourself. Step 2. Identify the 3 emotions that fuel procrastination. Every time you procrastinate, it falls into one of 3 categories, what I call the 3-headed monster of procrastination. First, anxiety. You're avoiding something because it triggers anxiety. Combat this by asking yourself, if I do this today, will it make my life better or worse tomorrow? What skill will I gain if I do this? If I avoid this thing today, does it make my life expand or contract tomorrow? Remember, action alleviates anxiety more than thinking. You're going to feel anxious either way, when avoiding it or when confronting it. The question is, which path drives you forward? Second, rebellion. You procrastinate because you didn't decide something yourself. You feel like you need to go against authority or assert your free will. Ask yourself, does procrastinating this activity get me closer or farther from my goals? If it gets you closer to your goals, put your ego aside and do it anyway. Third, boredom. You procrastinate because the task isn't new, exciting, or doesn't provide immediate reward. But discipline is boring, and boredom is the birthplace of success. Ask yourself, will this benefit me in 10 days and in 10 years? If you worked on this every day, what would your life look like in 10 years? The key insight. Align your actions with your goals, not with your feelings. Don't match your actions to what you want to do in the moment. Match them to who you want to be in the future. Step 3. Trade productive procrastination for productive failure. Here's the trap most people fall into. They don't procrastinate by doing nothing. They do something. It's just not the thing they should do. The worst procrastinators are always busy doing everything except the one thing that matters. Productive procrastinators stick with safe activities that don't cause discomfort. They never try anything risky, so they never fail, but they also never win. They'd rather never fail than prefer to win. Instead, embrace productive failure. Here's the cycle. Try. Don't aim to kill it, just try. Risk failing. Invite in the possibility of failure. Learn. You learn more by trying than by avoiding. Try again with more skills. The most effective people aren't productive procrastinators. They're productively failing. They're okay with attempting something and potentially falling on their face. Remember, failure has nothing to do with your identity. Failure is an outside event. You can experience failure without being a failure. Closing call to action. Here's your homework. Write down what you're avoiding right now. Get specific about what feeling you're scared of. It's not a circumstance, it's a feeling. Then write down what you would do if you weren't avoiding that feeling. Finally, create the opportunity to do the thing that the person who isn't scared would do. If you take action like someone who doesn't have the fear, eventually you won't have the fear either. Stop trying to feel good. Get good at feeling bad. Move forward and follow your plan regardless of how you feel. That's how you become unstoppable.